Okay, something unfortunate happened yesterday. I guess let's just get right into it. It was Halloween weekend. Nothing too crazy because we're in a pandemic, so I wasn't going out, wasn't dressing up, but you know, I'm a firm believer in the fact that the day after Halloween is always the craziest. I'll tell you why. So Halloween was on a Saturday this year. Yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday. I wake up and let's just say by 6:45 a.m., 5 men left my apartment. 5 men left my apartment at 6:45 a.m., 4 of which were firefighters, and 1 was the super of my building. Jordan and I just moved to a different part of New York. We hated our old apartment, so we were very excited to move into this place. Moved in 2 weeks ago, noticed there were some things that we needed addressed with the building management. It's just so impossible to get in touch with the super. We've sort of been trying, probably not as hard as we could, but it shouldn't be this difficult. Anyway, there's a radiator in my room. My room gets pretty freaking hot. Just learned how to open the windows about a week ago. And so it gets pretty hot in here. Open the windows, but I don't know much about radiators, even though I grew up in a house that has radiators. And there's a little vapor valve that sort of whistles a little bit when it's getting the vapor out of the radiator. And I just thought it was a genius idea to loosen it a little bit so that I could get more vapor out of it because it was making a really annoying sound. So I loosened it a few times and then I tightened another valve so that my radiator wouldn't get hot because it was getting way too hot. But then I started to get cold because the weather started to drop. The vapor valve was doing the same thing. So one morning, aka yesterday morning, Sunday morning, at like 6 a.m. I hear it making the most goddamn annoying sound. So I loosen the valve a little, it starts spitting a little, loosen it again, starts spitting a lot more, and then I'm like, oh wow, more needs to come out. So I twist it again and the valve shoots out and I can't get it back in because it's hot vapor and it would burn me. And then literally within the span of 3 minutes, my room became a sauna. It was so steamy and cloudy in here. You could not see in front of your face. So I run into Jordan's room. I'm like, Jordan, something's going on. What do we do? We're both panicking. I'm like, can you go get the super? Like, go bang on his door, go call him. I don't know what to do. There's not that much time because my room is starting to get drenched in steam. I call the fire department because they know how to deal with that stuff. And I'm talking to the dispatch lady, and then Jordan comes upstairs and she says the super is coming. Now, this man sort of has a track record of just not showing up, not responding, not being available, just completely disappearing. So I'm like, okay, he needs to like get up here now. So then he comes up and he shuts it off somehow. Mind you, this is the first time I've gotten him to respond. Anyway, I'm still on the phone with the dispatch woman of 911 when he comes up to fix the valve. And I tell her, I go, my super came up here, he fixed it, the steam isn't coming out. And she goes, I'm just gonna send them just in case so they can check everything out and make sure everything's okay. Angel, queen. Necessary, everything was fine, but basically, 5 firemen walk up the stairs. The first one who walks in, he literally looks like George Clooney. The second one, he's there for emotional support. The third one who walks in has a 6-foot hatchet, which was awesome. And I explained to him what happened. I was like, it just flew off and my super put it back in. So he went to go look at it, literally walked into my room, looked at it, did a U-turn, walked out, they all left. It was a really eventful morning, but basically the super started lecturing me on how I shouldn't really touch the radiator, which is interesting because I've been texting him about how I need help with the radiators and he ghosts me every time. Then he tells me that one of the radiators is missing a knob on it and he's like, oh, I should probably get that to you soon. Like, doy. I wake up this morning and my room is hot as f. It's hot all night And I am sleeping with both of my windows open. It's October. No, it's November now. But I'm sleeping with both of my windows open. No blanket on me, no comforter. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and then I'm still sweating. So this morning, I shut off my radiator completely because I will be having no part of that. But last night before I went to bed, I called my parents because I thought it would probably be a good idea to tell them what I went through yesterday morning. Their reaction.
No way!
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Were they handsome?
I loosen it a little bit more, and it starts. They thought it was so funny. They literally thought it was so funny. And I didn't mind it because I would just crack my window a little bit, and then the heat would kick off, and then it would be fine. And I twist it again, and the valve just shoots off. My room, I'm not kidding, in 3 minutes was a sauna. You could not see 2 inches in front of your face. I was freaking out, and there's just steam going everywhere. I run out of my room. I knock on Jordan's door. I go, knock, knock, Jordan. She goes, what? And I burst in. I go, there's something going on in my room. They just came to the place.
Oh my God.
Well, you guys had some excitement this morning.
Yeah. My dad had the audacity to say to me, oh, if you ever do stand-up comedy, you need to tell the story. Now, I actually, about a week ago, tweeted something along the lines of, oh, if something bad ever happens to me, I don't care because I'll find a way to turn it into a joke or something. This situation is not really what I had in mind. I realize you can't really pick the bad things that happen to you, but like, I think in a way I sort of manifested the situation by tweeting that. Yeah, it was really interesting, and I will never be convincing myself that I know how to fix something like a radiator ever again in my life. Mostly because I don't want the firefighters to be in my apartment again in that capacity. I feel so bad because all of their equipment and stuff that they have to wear weighs like 200 pounds, and I live on the 5th floor. I feel like I should do something nice for them or something, but yeah. That was my Halloween weekend.